Hello! I'm checking out a new angle this Thursday. Don't know if I like it, but I'm Molly, and this week's topic is anxiety and depression. And honestly, I feel like there's not one person that does not at least experience some type of anxiety. And if not like a depression, like I feel like everybody eventually has a depressive state or is in some sort of mood that would like qualify them for like a depressive state. And I just want to say that this year would be a great year for me to talk about anxiety. I went to college and my first semester was basically me just being one big ball of anxiety. It was terrible, especially towards like October. I would wake up having to vomit for no reason. I just felt anxious all the time. I would wake up anxious, go to sleep anxious, can't fall asleep because I'm anxious about falling asleep and waking up in the morning, and just anxious about everything, anxious about going to class, anxious about not doing well, anxious about anything and everything, what I was going to eat for lunch that day. And basically all I can say to you is it does get better. You're not always going to feel that way, but you're going to have to think of something that could get you past it. And my greatest help when it came to this was my girlfriend and Adam. Like, I would talk to them both on a daily basis about what I was feeling or any questions I had. And basically the conclusion I came to was you just have to do something else that gets your mind off of it. So like when you're feeling anxious, if working out makes you feel better, go work out at least for a little while, go for a walk. And I had to not drink coffee for a little while because I feel like that naturally makes me a little like hyper. So then me being anxious and hyper was not a good look. I was like a crackhead walking down the hallway or something. And so I basically, like, my advice would be like just breathe. Like, I know the quotes like keep calm and let it be sounds so cheesy and overused, but it really does, like, that's what you have to do when it comes to that, especially if you don't know the exact source of your anxiety and there's nothing that you can really do about it. Then you just have to find something that you can do to keep your mind off of it, or journal. Journaling really helped me, not so much get away the anxiety, but to help myself feel what I wanted to feel and just like have an outlet for it and let it be done. Like, basically, like, get it all out and then move on if you can. If not, write it down a million times until you feel like you can move on and be better from the situation, because unless you let yourself work over it and get through it, it's not going to go away and you're still going to feel anxious about it even like a year later. You just kind of have to work through it yourself. And if you can't work through it yourself, talk to people. Having a network of friends and even a counselor, like, even if you just go to one appointment. Funny story, I was supposed to go to an appointment, but I got there 3 hours early because I mixed up the time. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to bed because it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I went back to bed and didn't wake up for my actual appointment time. So I'm saying to make an appointment, but you should actually go, because that was my mistake. One of my really good friends ended up going there for an actual appointment and went for a while, so it does work. And it's just a non-biased person that's not involved in any of your situations, that just listens to you and helps you improve you. So that's what I have to say about anxiety. Just get your mind off of it, write it down, and of course you're gonna feel anxious at some point. Like, if you're not anxious about something, one of my vocal coach used to tell me, like, nerves and anxiety are kind of the same, especially when it's something that you care about. So if you're not nervous or anxious for like an upcoming test or anything that like is performance wise, then maybe you don't care as much about it as you should. So if you feel anxious, it's okay to feel anxious and to feel nervous. You just have to know how to feel it and know how to let it pass. That's one thing that I really had to work on, like feeling it, recognizing it, and then seeing what I can do to move on, either talk about it, journal, go run on the treadmill, do something, because you don't want it to fester and build up to the point where you're waking up in the morning feeling like you have to throw up. And yeah, that's basically my advice about it. But and the biggest thing for me about anxiety, depression, anything, know that you always have somebody to talk to, whether it be me or anyone on this channel, anyone on Tumblr, I'm sure. Like, literally anyone will listen to you, and you're not alone. Like, you might think that you're the only person going through what you're going through, and just know that you're not. Everybody feels these things, and it's so common and so normal. And when you're going through it, you think, oh my god, like, I'm the only one, but you're not. You're not at all. So if you ever need, like, anything, message me or anyone on this channel. Anyone will listen to you. So just know, just breathe, count to 3, think of anything, sing your favorite song in your head, do anything that you can to get your mind off the actual situation. If it's not a situation making you anxious, if it's a person, try to get away from them. Do what you can to make you happy, and yeah, just try to be calm, breathe, maybe try some yoga. I can't do yoga for the life of me, but just know that you're not alone and that it does get better. So this has been Molly, and it's Thursday, and yeah, thank you for watching Queer Theory. Can't wait to see you next week.